as much as $180,000, which is a far cry from the $666.66 it sold for back in 1976. $666.66.
Cosas demasiado increíbles. Resulta que la señora Celine Dion quiere vender ropa para bebés que van a vivir en el nuevo orden mundial como nuevos seres humanos andrógenos, es decir, sin identidad de género, o como dirían también, con un nuevo género fluido, es decir, que a veces son mujer y a veces son hombre. Bueno, amigos, porque así se les ha dado la reverenda gana a los Illuminati que sea el nuevo orden mundial, un nuevo orden andrógeno. Bueno, les voy a poner primero el comercial de la ropa para bebés de Celine Dion, quien aparentemente era una cantante pues muy sencilla, muy millonaria por supuesto, pero pues no veíamos como nada muy oculto en ella, pero realmente siempre tienen que salir con algo estos superpoderosos y famosos que nos muestran que hay algo muy oculto detrás de ellos, cosas que realmente son para maravillarse. Así que amigos, primero quiero que vean el video y traten ustedes de descifrar las cosas del video, y luego cuando yo empiece a descifrarlo o a explicarlo, a ver si coincidimos, a ver si tenemos algunas ideas en común, ¿ok?
It's okay, it's okay. I'm Celine Dion.
Our children, they are not really our children,
As we are all just links in a never-ending chain
that is life.
For us, they are everything. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past.
They dream of tomorrow.
We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose. I can't believe they called security. I mean, oh, come on, I'm Celine Dion. I'm not spending the night in jail. Holy shit. Guys, relax, easy. I'm Celine Dion.
Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
I'm calling my agent.
Qué terrible, amigos. Así que este video nos deja revelada la falacia de la ideología de género, en la cual un bebé, al vestirlo con ropa neutral, puede escoger libremente si quiere ser niño o niña. Pero por favor, amigos, a todas luces, cualquier médico y cualquier psicólogo te dirá que la mente de un niño, su cerebro, no está formado. Inclusive a los 10 años no ha terminado de formarse el cerebro de un niño. Por tanto, el niño no está en capacidad de tomar ese tipo de decisiones, mientras que el Estado adoctrina a los niños en reverendo dogma de género. Luego, lo que hace Celine Dion es demasiado intrigante, pues es claramente un ritual. Es un acto de brujería es al mismo tiempo también una burla a nuestro Señor Jesús. Recordemos que Jesús sopló a los apóstoles y les envió el Espíritu Santo. Y ahora tenemos a Celine Dion soplándole a los niños y niñas. Un claro maleficio, un acto de brujería, un espíritu demoníaco para que los niños sean andrógenos, no sean él ni ella, sino eso. Es una degeneración de la dignidad del ser humano desde bebés, luego en este acto de brujería. Los bebés de género masculino vestidos de azul y las bebitas de género femenino vestidas de rosado, todos cambian a color blanco y negro, lo cual, recordemos, nos representan estas antiguas filosofías chinas del yin y el yang, el color blanco y el negro, donde el yin nos representa la feminidad, la tierra, y el yang nos representa lo masculino, el cielo. Así que los bebés ahora están de blanco y negro. También además nos representa la gran mentira de que no hay verdades absolutas, no hay bien absoluto ni mal absoluto, sino que cada ser humano vive en un balance de energías yin y yang, a veces actuando como alguien malo y a veces actuando como alguien bueno. Terrible, amigos. Luego vemos a Celine Dion transformarse en un cierto tipo de espíritu. Luego vemos su cara de satisfacción y luego es descubierta por la policía. Volvemos al inicio del video. Recordemos, no solo nos representa la policía, nos representa una batalla espiritual entre ángeles de Dios y ángeles malignos. Nos representa esta lucha por destruir el último bebé puro, porque recordemos que Dios dijo: no recibiré lo impuro, ninguna cosa impura entrará en mi santo templo.
Oh, my involvement in the Golden Dawn is in so much as I was very interested actually in Eastern and Western mysticism, and I spent time reading and researching when I was younger. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's there were some very eminent characters in the Golden Dawn, and I found it very interesting to see the history of those that had been in it, and this sort of esoteric movement, and also sort of what went on, the offshoots of it, of that sort of love of all things mystical and magical, all things bright and beautiful, really.
Jimmy Page, guitarist and founder of English rock band Led Zeppelin. By age 15, Jimmy Page had become a devout follower of occultist magician Aleister Crowley, who was dubbed the wickedest man in the world. But it wasn't until the release of Zeppelin III that Page revealed his interest in the dark side. In 1971, Page attended a Sotheby's auction by Crowley's estate, where he met filmmaker Kenneth Anger. The two become friendly. Page purchases Crowley's Bullockskean house located on the shores of Loch Ness next to a graveyard. A house which was once a church that burned to the ground while the congregation was inside. While developing material for Zeppelin IV, Page plays new music for singer Robert Plant, and the lyrics for Stairway to Heaven mysteriously write themselves. Page produces Zeppelin IV. The album cover is a variation of the tarot card The Hermit. Inside the cover, magical symbols now represented each member of the band. In 1973, Page believed the ghost of a headless man haunted his Bullockskeen house. He called Kenneth Anger to exorcise the entity. Anger agreed and cleansed the house. Page subsequently committed to performing the musical score of Anger's film, Lucifer Rising. Lucifer Rising began production in 1967, but was plagued by tragedy. A 5-year-old boy named Goddard, cast to play the Lucifer Child, leapt from his apartment window to his death. Bobby Beausoleil, cast to play the Lucifer teen, joined the Manson family and murdered schoolteacher Gary Himman. In 1976, while editing his film at Page's Mill House, Anger finally received the musical score to Lucifer Rising.
The reason why he didn't deliver the soundtrack was that he had a problem with heroin.
Dissatisfied, he fires Page. Anger is evicted from Millhouse without his film. Hungry for revenge, Kenneth Anger publicly places a curse on Jimmy Page.
In this edition of Investigative Reports, we present an exclusive and dramatic in-depth interview with Berkowitz. In it, he maintains at the time of the murder spree, he was controlled by a satanic cult, that members of the cult helped him, and for the first time, he names names to prove it.
Now looking back and seeing what had happened, I was being introduced into the occult, into Satanism. It was a recruitment process, a slow but methodical recruitment process, yes.
Recruitment into Satan's army, he now says. Berkowitz reveals the name of the cult he joined for the first time.
Right. Woven deeper into the Westchester group was a mixture of more hardcore individuals, and they were known as the process in general terms, although they didn't really use that name a lot.
The Process Church of Final Judgment. Confidential federal documents show the group has been investigated for various criminal activities. The Process first registered as a non-profit religious institution in Louisiana in the 1960s and spread to other states, often changing names. Jesse Turner is a former Process affiliate and hitman, now doing time in Alabama.
The reason for killing people?
Sometimes it would be financial, sometimes it would be vengeful, and sometimes it would just be to keep the ball of evil going.
Is that what they wanted?
Yeah, social Armageddon. You know, not an Armageddon in the biblical sense, but a social Armageddon.
Based on that belief, they were working with Satan to try to bring in a lot of chaos, thinking to speed up the process of all these events happening.